The moment that a lot of you have probably been waiting for is finally here. Hola, high fashion doll lovers. My name is Christopher y bienvenidos to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reacting, reviewing, and restyling Runway and Milan Colette. Now, if you are a fashion doll lover just like myself, please consider hitting the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I have a new video coming with fashion dolls and everything in between. Now, let's get into today's video, shall we? Okay. The moment is finally here. Gonna bring Miss Colette up in her shipper box, but before I react to what she looks like, I think I want to share some words about this doll that I have not shared yet. I think I've kept my opinion on her quite top secret on platforms. I've shared it with some immediate friends, but nothing on this level of exposure. And what I want to say before I react is, let me collect not only my thoughts but my emotions. They're both very important right now. I love dolls of color. I also am aware and I love the fact that we are in a time of representation. Right now, the Little Mermaid is taking over the world, as she should, even with some not so nice people not ready for it, but that's their problem, not anyone else's. That brings me all to say that as someone who loves to collect dolls of color mostly, I think it is important to always have people of color in your teams when designing dolls of color, because unfortunately not everything transitions well to doll form. And recently I have seen newer doll companies try to produce dolls of color and miss the mark a lot of the times when it comes to features and coloring, because it is obvious that they themselves don't have anyone of color on their team. Okay, let me say that again. When creating a doll of color, someone of color should be on your team, because not everything you think looks right in your head actually looks right in the product. And I'm saying that based on photos, but I wanted to say that first because there was a lot of talk about this doll when she was first introduced, and I agreed with most of it. You know, images don't always, promo images are not always the best with integrity, I will say. I've been fortunate enough to, even through bad promos, always kind of be able to gravitate to the doll that makes sense in my collection. But I feel like with this doll in particular, there were a lot of things that were amiss. And I'm usually someone who always wants to have an open eye and mind when it comes to creative outlets and allowing creatives to kind of show us what their creative mind is thinking. But in the current day that we live in, right? I was gonna say something that was gonna sound even worse. It is important to ask for help, do more research, and definitely cross all your T's and dot all your I's when it's coming to dolls of color. And I wanted to say that before I got my reaction, because a lot of those thoughts came from the image and not from the actual product in my hand. So my reaction right now could be very different. Now, I will say that I've seen some photos and some things look better in real life and others still did not. I'm not going to get into specifics because I think by the end of this video, you'll see what the changes that I felt needed to be made were. Obviously, while I'm shooting this, those things have not happened yet. So I hope my idea comes out right. And we're all gonna find out together in this video. So that was my little tidbit. I know it's funny because I said in the last video I don't talk a lot, but these last two dolls had a lot for me to say, to be honest. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that out of 4 dolls, they were trying to be. No, that's not true. I was gonna say they were trying to be slightly diverse. They gave us the redhead, someone who can pass for Latin, pass. Someone who's blonde, and then someone who's of darker complexion. And that might be a reach, honestly, but that's no longer here or there. The product is in my hand. We are going to react to what's in front of me. Before I do that, though, I will say that I mentioned this before with the Grand Gala in Rome. I find it interesting, though, for Runway Milan, that the box is the slim box. I think out of all the boxes, I was expecting this one to be more of a gift set box because she comes with so many more items and pieces individually than all the other dolls did. But we're still in the slimmer box with the same design of the map. As mentioned before, the name of the doll is in a different color. This one is in gold, which I find interesting. I don't know why they didn't go with a silver or a red. I'm gonna leave that alone because in my mind I'm thinking things that I don't want to say out loud, so I'm not gonna say it. Let me close my eyes. Close my eyes. It's funny, if you look at this for a very long time, maybe I'm tired. It started looking like it's 3D or something. Okay. Release any previous thoughts. Be present in this moment. Say it to yourself. There's obviously a lot going on over here. Like I'll have. I am feeling the doll out because I obviously had seen photos, so I know she comes in the beaded crop top, we will say. Oh, this skirt feels nice. Oh, integrity in fabric choices. It's just, you know, it's really there. And I'm over here really like just feeling the skirt out. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Ooh, yeah, no. Oh, it's not even the skirt, it's pants. From this angle, yeah, no. Like, just no. Just no. It's just a no in so many ways. But don't worry, you're gonna be a yes in so many other ways. Does my plastered smile tell you something? I'm trying really hard because my channel is not about negativity. It's about positivity and joy. So the smile is going to keep the positivity and joy. But I think in the comment section, you know what I'm feeling right now. I have to say that when I saw the photos, I Googled to see where the inspiration for this palette came from. And yeah, it didn't make sense, you know? But I will also say that I saw past that, and she truly, out of the collection, is one of the dolls that comes with the most styling pieces. And if you know my channel, you know that one of my main focuses for collecting is to style my dolls. So anything that gives me pieces that I can intertwine with other things, I already love. And this doll had all of those items. And I felt that because I'm fortunate enough to know people that could help me see this differently, I could see it differently. So, if you are new here, hello again. I like to unbox my dolls off camera so you don't have to stress out with me. But in the next section of my video, we'll be taking a look at we'll be taking a look at, I don't know what I was trying to say. I think my emotions are catching up with me. We're gonna take a look at every single item here more closely so you can see what the items look like. Then we will be checking her out in all of the variations of the styles that her pieces can make for us. And last but not least, in this video, it's not really a restyle because it is a full makeover. So stay tuned because this doll won't be looking like this for much longer. Okay, now that she is out of the box and that I've taken everything out, I have even more to say. Whew, let me take a breather. First of all, as I was taking her out, and she is the last one I'm taking out of the box, I remembered that Luca's insert was pink. Vanessa's insert, I believe, was a green or maybe even yellow. Caroline's insert was just a mint, kind of blue. Colette was white. I remember Lucas's font on the box being green. I don't remember Vanessa's, but I had just noticed Caroline was pink. Colette was gold. Where am I going with this? I'm going with the fact that this doll out of the collection feels very much like the throw-over doll. Like, no thought was put into her to make her better. It was kind of like, let's throw all of these ideas together and just send it out. I don't even think it was hope it works. It's kind of just send it out. I say that because why couldn't the inside of her box be red? She has the red coat right over here. It looks like the color that they used as the insert was an accent color. You know, the pale blue probably complements the mint green. The pink complemented his pink shirt. The red could have been the insert of her box. You know, and the more that I had her in my hand, the more I just really thought, wow, this was really lazy. Or it comes off lazy when you just unbox someone else back to back. And that, I think, is what highlights the laziness, is that if I had not just unpacked the Caroline, I don't know if I would have noticed as many things as I did. But because I did, all these other things were highlighted. But all that aside, because I like to focus on the positive, I'm going to mention the things that I really enjoyed that really pushed me to purchase this set. And honestly, I've kind of laid them out, I would say from least to favorite, but I really do love this coat, so let's not talk about it like that. The sequin skirt and the white top sold me. The pants, white top, and the rhinestone top that goes on top sold me. Love this mesh bag, could be a beach bag. Sold me. Would love to see more of this like sunglasses bag from other brands in Integrity. Love it. Now let me give you a close-up of the mesh bag also, because I'm over here pointing things that I love, but I'm not giving you a close-up look of them. So before I get to these, let's spotlight the ones that I love, shall we? Here's the mesh rhinestone top, has one hook in the back. Here's the satin top with the rhinestone neckline, has a few hooks in the back. Here are the trousers, which have a beautiful, beautiful trouser suiting material with working pockets, and the sequined fishtail skirt. Also perfect timing because the Little Mermaid just came out. Who would have thought? So we have this like beautiful long fishtail skirt in the sequence. Love, love, love. Love the shape of this. I love a good train. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is mine. Now to this. Actually, no, not even. The coat. Because, can someone tell me what fabric this is? I love it. Look how beautiful it is on camera. It also has this like extra piece. It's almost like a hood, but it's not really a hood, which when it's on, you'll see it's really, really beautiful. Lined inside, Avi. And it does have a hook here, but I didn't try closing it yet, so I don't know what that looks like. But honestly, I don't know if I would ever close it, but who knows? You know, I start styling and then I forget things. I do love the fanny pack. Don't mind that it's in gold. Seen this before from Integrity. Love them. Would love to see more. Love the platform shoes, and I do love them in gold. We did just see them Caroline in the pink. Don't mind them in the gold. I like that. Oh, let me give you a close-up of the hands. We only have one pair of hands, but of course, with so much accessories, who's going to complain? Here's the ring. It's a design that I think we've seen here before. And here is the bracelet, which is also a design we've seen before from Integrity. And the two negatives. Negative one. Although I love the look of the scrunchy boot, it was hard to put on. And if you watch my Caroline video, boots with zippers after time and styling are not my best friend. It feels harsh. It looked beautiful with the black trousers because black and gold is amazing. But once you add the gold to the sequin skirt, let me look at the shoes because you know they go with the skirt. It's a harsh contrast. And maybe it's also the choice of gold that really just, styling wise, I don't know. I would have never. I mean, I did because it came with it, but it's just not something I would actually really do. And the gloves just feel so random. First of all, so we used the like chrome gold on the hand and it doesn't match. It doesn't match. And it would go with this, but it's like between the diamonds and the gold, it works in the bracelet. I'll give them that much. It looks great here. But here, not so much. Here, again, most things look great against a black background. Doesn't always work with white when it's this harsh. So when it came to this doll, I feel like the pieces were there, but the small details of coloring really, really were not there. And again, I feel like she was just kind of thrown together. Now, to add to the throw together, I kept the earrings on because they're like a two-part earring, meaning that this piece comes off and then you're just left with studs. So you have earrings that do multiple purpose. Love that. And the talk of the town. The talk of the town. I must say that in person, the eyeshadow, I don't mind as much anymore. And I feel like it's common sense, or maybe it's not, that if you're going to go harsh with an eyeshadow, you don't go harsh with a lip color. Like, you just don't go harsh on both things. One of them has to be a standout, okay? So if we're going to have a bold lip, we got to go a little muted with the eyes. If we're going to have a bold eye, we got to go a little muted with the lip. Just a lot. Look at that. She got me stuttering. Also, the blonde hair. Could we have not gone for a more warm blonde instead of a cold blonde? I mean, I know we're doing the silver here, but then it's a lot of warm and cool tones that just don't seem to really be blending. And, yeah. Again, in the future, I could see me using all of these items separately, but right now, in the purpose of this video, I am talking about them together. Together, it's just not, it's not a cup of tea. Not a cup of tea. It's not, but it's okay. It's okay. You're going to take a look at the pieces as they were intended really soon. And then what I've been promising, a makeover. Not just a restyle, but a makeover.